Welcome one, welcome all. This is week 19 of my podcast, Woman at the Well from Shame to Fame. Listen, today we're going to talk about the available woman, how to have healthy attachments, the emotionally available woman, not the drama queen, not the crazy diva, not the overreactive woman, not the emotionally scattered place, all over the place woman, but the emotionally available woman. Our scriptures for your reading later on will be 1 Corinthians 13 4 through 8, the love chapter, Proverbs 3 3 through 4, and Ruth 1:16. Listen, the juxtaposition to woman at the well is leaving to no hiding anymore. Leaving to no hiding anymore. Emotional wellness culminates in the capacity for healthy, authentic connections. Healthy, authentic. How many times have we met people and they hooked up with us and, oh, I'm going to be your friend for life. I'm going to be your lover for life. I'm going to be your all for life. Or I'm never going to leave you. I'm never going to do this. And as soon as you have one disagreement, they're gone. They block you. You can't hear from them anymore. They moved on to somebody else. They've scandalized your name, defamed your character, made it look like it was all your fault. Listen, we have got to make sure that we are in keen discernment when we connect with people. We have to make sure that the Lord is saying that is a person for you to connect with. Because sometimes after we connect with the person and we give them our whole life story and we make them a part of everything that we're doing, everything that we're going through, and then something happens and the relationship is destroyed, that devastation carries with you a long time. It's like a divorce. It makes you feel like a piece of you is gone, that something you did wrong pushed the other person away when that connection wasn't meant to happen from the beginning. After her encounter, the woman had no hiding anymore. She was emotional available and ran to the same people she once avoided. Women need to know how to move from fearful avoidance or anxious dependence to secure attachment in relationships rooted in the model of Christ's love. So we're going to use love as the template. 1 Corinthians 13 4 through 8 defines a healthy, non toxic emotional attachment. Here are the key points right here. Love is patient. How many of you know that sometimes God will send you the hardest person to love just to test your patience, to test your maturity, to test your walk, to test your faithfulness? Love does not envy. We got to stop with the catfighting, stop with the competition, stop with the comparison. Stop. God has enough work for each and every person to have. Stay in your lane, do the best with the capacity that God has given you, and do your work until your day is done. Amen. Stop trying to compete. Stop trying to be envious because you arrived at a place the same time somebody else did, but they got promoted before you. Remember, your season is your season and your time is your time. So if we try to rush the process, we're going to miss the fullness of what God had prepared for us even before we were formed in our mother's womb to receive. That's why Jeremiah 28 says, I know the plans. I know God knows the plans he has for you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you an expected end. So there's got to be good. It's just that God has the date, God has the time, and God has the moment in which he is going to bless you. And if we don't wait, we won't get the good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over blessings. We may get a piece of it. We may just get a portion of it. But don't you want the whole thing? Don't you want to wait God out so you can get the whole pie, not just one or two slices? Amen. Love does not behave rudely. All the sucking your teeth and twisting your head and who she thinks she is and all of that. That's not God. That's not the character of a Proverbs 31 woman. That's not the character of a woman who walked around with the t-shirt on and a hat on that says queen. That's not the character of a person that a man is looking for when he's seeking his wife. So we have to be careful and cognizant of how we respond, how we react, how we give off a certain attitude when we are in the presence of people who God put in our path for us to be a blessing to. The secure anchor. Emotional availability requires loyalty and truth. Proverbs 3:3-4. When your truth is anchored in God, you can offer authentic love to others. When your truth is anchored in God, you can offer authentic love to others. Let that sit with you this week. Think about the whole fullness of what that means this week. What is it about you that does not exude love? Commitment and connection. Discuss the power of covenant love as we look at Ruth. Remember the story about Ruth and Naomi? How she says, your people will be my people. Where you go, I'm going to go. And Ruth made sure that she stayed with Naomi until her change came. Healthy attachment requires, here it is, commitment and reliability, the opposite of any woman's unstable past. Healthy attachment requires commitment and reliability, the opposite of any woman's unstable past. So stop talking about what used to happen, how you used to feel, what they used to do to you, and all. Get a clean slate, get delivered physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Wipe the slate clean, start fresh. Decide to be committed. Decide to be reliable. And then vulnerability with a purpose. The woman risks judgment by testifying. Some of us are so ashamed, we don't want to testify about what happened to us. But listen, that will open up the door for the next woman to be able to be free to testify. If it happened, y'all. It is what it is. Stop holding on to the sludge that blocks up the critical paths that you need to move forward emotionally and spiritually. The sludge and the mud and all of the things that bog you down, that the devil uses to keep you what? Bound. You got to break every chain. You got to let it all go. Let it drop by the wayside. Never again to keep repeating. And a lot of times when you keep repeating the negativity, it stays with you longer. It's like a paraplegic. It holds on to you because you won't completely let it go. Giving a testimony and rehearsing the negativity are two different things. Give the testimony, let it go, and move on. Emotional availability means healthy, risk managed vulnerability used to build genuine connections. So in this hour, we're praying, God, only those people who you have sent, only those people who mean me good, only those people who will allow us to have a vertical and a horizontal relationship, God. Those that you know even before we were formed in our mother's womb were sent to help us move forward. We don't want anybody in our life to move us backwards. We don't want anybody in our life to keep us stuck, but somebody who will help us move forward, see past ourselves, understand ourselves better, love ourselves more, and trust you more in the process. God bless you. I hope that you enjoyed episode 19. I'll see you next week for episode 20.